Okay, greetings everyone. Welcome to Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. Welcome to my new subscribers. Welcome to my old subscribers. It's so funny when I say that because I don't know how long I have been doing this, where I can acknowledge someone for being with me for a long time. But welcome anyway. I want to start us off by showing you Mia's collection of plants. One of you in my comments asked me that why don't I show you more of my home? So these are Mia's plants. These are some of them. But if you look over here, I don't know how well you can see them, but you see she has them all along this line here. She has a master plan of going online to Dumagetti plants and selling them online. I'm very proud of her that she has stuck in with something that she has decided to do. It's always good when you make a plan. That's why I say plans are nothing more, dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. And this is one of the things that she wants to do. This is her business. So I support her everywhere I can. Oh, if we're wondering why I'm in the Philippines with the robe, with baby powder on, I just came out of the shower, took a shower. And let me tell you a secret. When you go to bed, it doesn't hurt to put baby powder on, especially when you're a woman, because they like the smell. so that's my little manly hint to you if you want your woman to cuddle up to you at night. Never mind that manly smell. It smells like a baby. She'll snuggle with you all night. I got a little piece here I'm gonna put in of the boys. And it's interesting because I started to think, I said, God gave me two girls, Gianna and Janelle. They're over 30 now. And, they've become known to me as number one, number two, based upon the ages. So here I am in the Philippines, and God has given me two boys who identify them as number one and number two. So, it's interesting how the world goes around. And if you're good, only if you're good, the blessings that you will receive is unimaginable. And I'm trying to quit smoking again. I bought me a vapor. It worked for one day. I took it back. He showed me how to work it. And now the second day, I still can't work it. I don't know why simple things are so hard for me to do. My brother used to always tell me that I'm Amish because I can't fix nothing. I can't follow directions, and I can't teach myself. And matter of fact, right now I'm trying to figure out YouTube because YouTube sent me a message, something about setting up an ad and all this stuff like this and whatever, and monetize and whatever. And I'm like, oh, wow, maybe a little ching-ching is in my future. But I still have a problem trying to set up, and I get frustrated sometimes, and I just walk away from the computer and just let it go. But, speaking about the kids, it's interesting because children, that's why I say I want a woman has a child younger than 10 years old, not older than 10 years old, 10 and younger, because they're so eager to please. I have one American friend. He has a wife, and she had two children, and the daughter is terrified of him. They've been together for a while now, and she's still afraid of him. And maybe because that's the lack of, communication or interaction that they have. Children can be like dogs. You can be mean to them, but then you can reverse that, meanness with kindness, and eventually they will forgive you. They may not forget it, just like a dog may not forget it, but you can reverse that meanness into something that's kind. So children just always want to please, but I refuse to let the 7-year-old bring me my medication. It's so funny because there's something about a 7-year-old. Here's your medication. that's not for me. So I told, man, no, I don't want them giving me my medication. So it's funny. But anyway, it's a beautiful day here in the Philippines. It's not really I wanted to stop and do a video while I was out, but unfortunately, sometimes I just get in the mood and just want to just come on home and relax. Because I've been up since I got 12 midnight. Right now, it's like about 12, actually 12 in the afternoon. So I am rather tired. But I did want to stop and put this little post in here for you. So uh, just hold on a minute. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm back. I had to run in and get my notes. So they did try to make some notes because I want to make sure I said a couple of things to you. And I felt like smoking a cigarette. I had one in my hand, so I ran in and got my little vapor. I still haven't learned how to use it, but sure hell beats smoking cigarettes. Okay, now a lot of times when people come visit me, having expendable money comes hard. So to make it easier for them, when they leave, I make sure I give them a few hundred pesos or something like that to offset the cost of what it costs them to come visit me. Because I never want that to be a factor in the reason why they could not come visit me. And you know something, speaking about the boys, this is the little one, number two, he likes oranges. So he always wants to get an orange and say, "You want some, Uncle Gerard?" And I think about where his hands have been, what he's been doing all day. I like this. I said, no, 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 thank you. I said, but thank you anyway. But I told him, I said, come here. Did you wash your hands first? And I said, okay, before you offer me some oranges, wash your hands first. And he says, okay, okay. So now, when I see him come into the kitchen and he washes his hand, I know what he's getting ready to do. He's getting ready to give an orange and share with me, so I'm going to take it. See, that's the thing about young people, is that they're very easy to make an impression on. They're very eager to learn, and putting in the right values and the right things in their life, you know, uh, is what a parent should do. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Okay. And getting back to Mia and her business about following her goal, her dream of being able to sell plants online. I have another girlfriend, had two daughters, who I've known for a long time since they've been in the Philippines. And she just got accepted for into doing a call service business. But she has to do it she's going to do it from home. But the only problem is that their PLDT bill fell behind during the pandemic. So they were behind in their bill that they couldn't get internet until they paid the bill. So my thing is that, the thing here in the Philippines is that people lack the ambition of being able to move forward in their life or doing better with their lives. But in the AA book, in page, I think 495, in the chapter after freedom from bondage, there is a paragraph that says the two greatest sins in life is standing in the way of someone else, and the first one is standing in the way of yourself. So I know how to support people. I know to get behind people and say, go ahead, go out there, you can do it. You can do it. I know how to do that. Granted, I never had anyone behind me to push and encourage me to do what it was that I wanted to do in life, even as a child. But I know what support is and how to get behind somebody and help them achieve what it is that they want to do. I'm known as the Prince of Wannabes. Now, the Prince of Wannabes simply means that what it is that you want to be in life. If there's anything I can do to help you, be networking you, connecting you into someone else who can take you a little further than I can take you, or if I can just, smooth your road over so that you can get to where you want to go. So it's important to me that I try to affect as many people as possible in life positively. And that's one way how I do it. I support it. Now, the phrase Prince of Wannabe came from the most unlikely of places that you would ever think. You could never guess where it came from. I was watching Geraldo Vera, who is a reporter who was interviewing Charles Manson. And those of you who know who Charles Manson is, he was a serial killer. He was known in Tate and Bianca murders in Hollywood. Helter Skelter, all that kind of stuff. And he was interviewing me. He says, I am the Prince of Wannabes. I said, wow. Now that's something I can take to the bank. Because I'm also consider myself as the Prince of Wannabes. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm going to throw in this little small clip with me sitting and just kicking it with the boys. I hope to show you more. But be that as it may, I'm going to throw it in. And also, I want to say congratulations to Tata. Now you're watching Angelica. Yes. Can you bring my drink, please? And bring me that blue cloth. And the coaster. Where's the coaster? Yeah, right here. And the blue cloth. The blue towel. Here, look at you. This is just what you need on a nice hot day like today. Thank you, Angelica. Now, what was I saying? I was saying about the Prince of Wannabes, like that. Oh, Tata. Now, I'm from the South. For those of you who don't know, you're looking at someone who not only is part of the last generation who saw all 5 Temptations originals perform, but you're also looking at someone who picked cotton, cropped tobacco, hung tobacco, picked cucumbers, raised hogs, pigs, the whole schmear. And in the cotton field, it wasn't uncommon for a woman who's pregnant to have a baby in the field. And have a baby, wrap them up, do what you got to do, like this. And if she was able to keep on working, she kept on working. The reason I say that was because Tata, her baby wasn't due until March. And right now it's April 22nd or something like that. February 22nd. And she had her baby on the 19th in the hospital, and she was home on the 20th walking around. That just goes to show you the stamina, strength, and the power of the woman. Now, my grandfather once told me, he says, boy, you don't never have sex with someone who you would not marry. And like I was talking about, the girl who are planning to help with the PLDT bill, the internet bill. She's 18 years old, and her father no longer supports her. And rightfully so, because he did his obligation till she's 18 years old. And I say that to say this is that if you're a man and you get a woman pregnant, you have no right saying nothing. You know, you can't tell her what to do. If she wants to abort that child, I'm not advocating abortion. Believe you me, I'm not doing that. Uh, uh, um, but it's her body, her right to do what it is that she wants to do. If she wants to have that child, then it's your obligation as a man to buckle in for the next 18 years. You got to take care of that child. That's what a man does. So I'm not going to say that's what I did because I don't want no props doing what it is that I'm supposed to do. So anyway, so she asked me and I said, yes, I would help her. So anyway, so this started out with my sending my best wishes, my best blessings to Tata. You're watching Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. Tata, congratulations. I will see you tomorrow. You've seen her on my Facebook and on my YouTube before. She is on the tennis courts with me. She was one of the managers of the court. Okay, so remember, dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. Never disrespect the elderly. Always pull someone up. And sometimes, you're the only one to see a vision. And the best revenge in life is Luke. Come here, Michael Chris. You want to say hello? I don't know if he's tall enough. Is he tall enough?
No.
Say hello, Michael Chris.
No.
How old are you?
8.
Oh, he's 8? Oh, I thought he was 7. Okay. So anyway, if you're lucky enough to have a woman like Ali Woodson, formerly singer of Temptation One song, treat her like a lady. And remember, ladies, if you have a good man, make him feel like a king. This is Helen. Hello, say hello, Helen. Oh, hello, keep me up. Oh, keep me up. There they are. Okay. Come here, Raphael. Say hello. Oh, I should have said his name. Come here, number 1. This is number 1. Come here.
Hello.
Oh, he can't see either. The camera's screwed up. Oh. Say hello.
Hello.
Okay. Okay. We'll talk to you later. Remember, I love you like a love song, baby. Peace. Okay, greetings everyone. Welcome to Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. Well, these are the 2 boys I'm telling you about. This is number 1 and this is number 2. I told you I'm not going to tell you their names because it's not important. I don't want it on the internet. But this is number 1 and this is number 2. I decided to go into a news phase. Like I said, I was going to teach them, or I want to go fishing. Because I refuse to believe there are no fish in the Philippines, in the water. Because it was told me once that most of them were all fished out by nets. So that's why the commercial fishing is so important in the Philippines. And every now and then you'll hear how China is harassing the Filipino fishermen and how they are violating Filipino border in the international waters, how they're stopping Filipino fishermen taking their fish and harassing them like this. So fishing is very important here, but I'm going to try to do some fishing like I used to do when I was a boy in Central Park, New York. What I did was I took a can of a Coke and emptied it out, put a hole in it, tied the string to there, and right now I am winding a lot of line around it. But this way, we're going to get. Did you ever fish like this? You fished like this before? Yeah, I gotta watch number 1. Because number 1 will say yes when he really means no. Because he doesn't want to appear like he doesn't know anything and that he knows everything. But you never fish like this, number 1, no? Okay. So that means number 2 never fished like this either, right? Okay. They asked me what these were. I told them these are weights. They're called sinkers. I don't know if you see them very close there. These are, you're going to see, we're going to put them on the end of the line so this way it takes the line out. We're going to do some casting here before we actually go to the water. These are, do you know what these are? These are floats. You usually put your line and it keeps above the water. So when a fish hits it, it goes down. Oh, you know you got a fish. Okay, so these are floats. How relevant these would be in the water over here, I don't know, but we would start with those. And of course, I have hooks. You know, it's funny because I asked her what type of line. I think she gave me fishing lines about as thin as thread. But anyway, we're gonna try it. Okay, so I'm gonna stop right here, and when we get it more and more together, then I will come back and share more with you about our fishing adventure. Right now, we are having a brownout. A brownout is when electricity goes off from like 5 a.m. to 5 p.m., 12 hours. As opposed to saying blackout, in the Philippines is known as brownouts. Okay? So remember, don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, share, and like. I want to thank Angelica on the camera, okay? And we'll be right back. Okay, kids?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Well, welcome to Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. Such a beautiful, beautiful day. I thought maybe you'd like to see how I clean my car. So it's so nice to watch them wash my car. Oh, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell. So I think this is better than taking it to any car wash any day. Yes, sir, buddy. Well, today's Wednesday. Wednesday is my card playing day. I play cards with foreigners. We play high-low and Texas Hold'em, which is a game I'm still learning about. But I still have never won. But it's not about winning. It's the camaraderie that I have with them. And it feels good sometimes to just sit and just talk English and not having to explain or not understanding what's being said. So one of these days I will win, but in the meantime, you know, it's small money. But playing is, like they say, is not how you win or lose, it's how you play the game. So I'm looking forward to doing that today. In the meantime, I'm working on a new video I'm posting up now. It's uploading, and you'll be having that soon. I guess one thing I can kind of tell you what's happening in the Philippines. They just outlawed, President Duterte just decided, well, they decided that they outlawed child marriages. So it's illegal now to have to marry a child, and it's also illegal to arrange a marriage, you know, with a child. So since it's up to 12 years and a huge fine. So for a lot of foreigners or a lot of people thinking about coming to the Philippines to get involved with a young Filipino girl, you better think twice. And also, the main concern was during the pandemic that seemed to have been a rise in teenage pregnancies with girls as young as 8. So that definitely was a big factor. Also, there was an article I read in the paper about a big drug bust that they had here in the Philippines. I cut out the article. I thought I saved it, but you know, I misplaced it because I wanted to read it to you. Because in the article, it mentions not only local drug dealers, but it also lists police officers. It also listed officials, barangay captains, people of high level in the government who were also arrested for taking part in the drug trade here in the Philippines, which is something that you don't hear about in the U.S. In the U.S., very seldom not very seldom, never. You never hear them arresting such high individuals in the drug trade, like politicians or wealthy men who take part, or police officers who take part in the drug trade. It's often low-level drug kingpins who they might arrest or what have you, or some poor schmo standing on the corners, selling, hand to hand, who might get, arrested. So I wanted to read the article to you because I wanted you to actually get the information about, how they were handling the drug trade here too as well. This is, it's hard to take away from this scene here, but I'm just sitting here rocking in my rocking chair, watching, two beautiful Filipino girls, take care of me. This is what I mean by live like a king. And yes, I am living like a king, make no doubt about it, so. And you too can live like a king if you're a double OG. It's, Filipino people and Filipino women, really will take care of a man if, he is the one who they're choosing to be with. They do everything for them. And I mean, everything from laying their clothes out, changing their shoes, putting lotion on my legs every day before I go out so I'm not ashy. So, I mean, I could just go on and on about the wonderful things that Filipino do for me that I couldn't get a woman to do in the U.S. No way, no how. So anyway, that is Angelica. She's our live-in housekeeper. She is on call, she's a live-in housekeeper, so whenever we need her, she's right here, Johnny on the spot. That's she's 16 years old, so it's good having her help out with taking care of me. And when I say me, I mean the house. This is the Jeep. A lot of you know the Jeep. You've seen it before. I spoke about it before. I have somebody who's interested in buying it. It has to run. It turns over, but it doesn't start. If you push start it, it'll work just fine. But I'm not about driving something every time I turn it off. I have to push start. Okay, so I just wanted to throw this little bit in here to kind of give you an idea of what living like a king in the Philippines is all about. And I get a lot of people in my comments who says that they are thinking about retiring in the Philippines, and you should. Money, you can always overspend how much money you have, and there are different types of money. There is, I call it new money, and you have old money. So new money is often when people are or have inheritance, investments, who have invested, and have been financially successful in their dealings. Sometimes it amazes me, a foreigner just jumps up and buys a bar or buys a house or something like that. I have never been able to have coins I can put together to do any type of major purchase. I'm still astounded by Christmas, how people can go out and Christmas and buy all those gifts, and and it's like, wow, what am I doing wrong? But then I justify it by saying, how can people start the new year in debt? And that's what it seems like happens to me. So there's old money in the Philippines and there's new money in the Philippines. New money in the Philippines is like what I have. I consider as new money, meaning that, I get off a monthly salary or a monthly income, whether it be Social Security or a veteran's pension or whatever. I get that, and that's what I live off. That's what I consider new money. But like I was saying, it's easy to overspend, you know, no matter where you are, or to, how you say it, live over your means. But it's also very easy here to live very sparsely, very cheap, and have all the comforts of home, you know, and be a miser, you know, what have you, and save money and what have you. But you know, I'm one of those who don't like to cheat myself on some of the things that I want in life. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it right there. You're watching Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. Don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, share, and like. Mia, you did a good job on the car. Say hello. She did a good job. She should. I got a beautiful car and a beautiful girl. Mia, should I interview you now? People always want me to talk more about Mia. Mia, say hello. Okay, I'm ready for my breakfast now. And that's how it's done. Remember, dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. Never disrespect the elderly. Always pull someone up. And sometimes you're the only one to see your vision. And the best vision in life is to live good. Should I do it? Yeah, I'll do it. I'm living good today, and I hope you are too. And remember, like Hollywood's former lead singer of The Temptation once sung, if you're lucky enough to have a woman, treat her like a lady. And ladies, if you're lucky enough to have a good man like me, make me feel like a king. I'll always love you more. I'll talk to you later. Peace.